Ridgeside K9, a little behind the scene action. Me and Rocky gonna show everybody around for a little bit. Show you the other animals that we train at Ridgeside. Everybody thinks we're just about dogs. That's true, but not quite, not all the way true. So I'll show you guys my other passions. So I've always been a bird watcher, man. It's part of the reason why we bought this property. I love birds. Look at them deers running right there. Stay here, stay. A lot of deers. If you look right there, they're everywhere. A lot of wildlife. We are surrounded by wildlife, no doubt about it. But if you look at all these, you guys saw the other deer, right? Deer running, deer right there. All these bird feeders, we got a lot of them. I love bird feeders. I love watching birds. I love having trained dogs that are off leash because of training. A little kind of a dig, but that's okay. Anyway, other animals that we like to feed over here, I'll show you guys something else we do quite a bit. So we down in lower pasture. Tell you right now, man, nothing better than dogs that can have no collars of any kind on, but still be pretty damn good. And right here, man, these little salt blocks, I keep them in here 24/7 for the deer, and they do good. So we feed the birds, we feed the deer. Lord knows there's wildlife everywhere. We got these hiking trails. I got about a mile of hiking trails on my property. Hey, don't eat that. And yeah, so deer licks, tons of bird feeders, and let me show you around back real quick. Now, there's a lot going on back here, but if you look at that old bite table right there, you probably can't see it, right next to that side by side, right there, there's some barn cats sitting. You may see them as we get closer. Barn cats are a big deal, man. We got a lot of them, and we try to feed them as much as we can. So we try to feed barn cats real cat food with a lot of water. Nice, healthy water. Anyway, hey, Tops, stay back here, please. Stand. So I got food, I got cats, and look at that. Little quick verbal command. Stand. That's all it takes, guys. Everybody's gonna say, because you train with e-collars. I do, but he ain't wearing an e-collar, so clearly, you know, it kind of works in transfers. One of my barn cats right there. We haven't named her yet, because I haven't been close enough to catch her in any capacity yet. But she waits for me, so we have a little way to communicate. Watch this. Meow. 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 You hear? All right, let's get back in. Okay, just wait. She's gonna run, but that's okay. So again, here goes her little food. She's well aware. Meow. Meow. We got her on flea and tick stuff. We got her on all kinds of stuff. He's still waiting. I love that dog. All right, guys, we are back in the old school Ridgeside. A lot of people haven't been able to see this part anymore. New bowl goes down. That slop right there, but the cats love it. This barn is actually getting remodeled right now as we speak. See a lot of work going on here. It's going to be pretty sharp. Old elevated square bite table right there. We'll do a lot of bite work no more. Little to no money in it and a whole lot of risk. But there was a time bite work built everything around here. That's our old low circle bite table. Look at that view. Working back tie bite dogs. And that's your backdrop right there. It was a good time. Real good time. Whole lot less stressful back then, I can tell you that. So that's it, man. From the barn cats to the birds, to the deers, to the dogs. We feed everybody. We feed a lot. I think a lot of people have a real misunderstanding of Ridgeside K9, man. You see a lot of guys with a lot of combat time, a lot of guys that are 100% disabled because of PTSD, tremendous amount of prior police officers that have all been involved in shootings. A lot of them been involved in shootings. And people have this misconception that Ridgeside is like some barbarian, Neanderthal, guys in their parents' basements. Living out of muddy back. I mean, it's just crazy the stuff that I hear in comments and people tell me. And I think a lot of people really forget that that's just not the case. We do have a lot of guys that have a lot of mental baggage, but dogs to us are therapy. Dogs to us are a way to really get a lot of mental health, man. And mental health is critical. You guys know I'm a big believer in that. A lot of you guys have followed us for a long time know that cars make the weirdest noise on their own. So strange. But Rocky, can I? He's hanging on the wall. To me, mental health's a really big deal. And, you know, my best friend killed himself in 2018. And I've had multiple other very close friends that have committed suicide. And it's horrible, man. Suicide is like not the answer, guys. It's just, it's I hate to say this, but it's very selfish. And it causes a tremendous amount of pain for those of us on the outside that can't quite wrap our head around why somebody would do that. So when it comes to mental health, guys, this is kind of like my little Zen spot where I can sit, and I can chill, and I can have a drink, I can have a smoke, I can do whatever I want. I can listen to the birds, I can watch birds, I can go down here and I can sit in a chair and I can watch all my bird feeders. There's no birds on them right now, which is kind of odd, but that's okay. We can watch the bird feeders. We can sit with our dogs. And at the end of the day, that's truly what Ridgeside Canine started from, what it's all about, and the mission going forward, man. A lot of people don't even know the mission of Ridgeside Canine is providing disabled veterans and prior police officers with employment and entrepreneurial opportunities. The reason, if you can replace all the drugs and you can replace all the noise and you can do it with a source of revenue that is very nice, but it's also a complete mental health therapy at the same time, why not do it, man? And I can't say enough, man. This my entire life's been based around this flag, and I'm not saying that as some like catchphrase or something silly, but it's incredible what this flag has afforded me, the opportunities to be involved in, the opportunities to travel, the friends that I've made, and quite honestly, the business opportunities that it's opened up. I can't stress enough, man, to my fellow veterans, to all my cops out there, first line responders, nurses, doctors, EMTs, firefighters, teachers, the whole 9 yards. If you're in public service, you're in public service. Get you one of these, man. Maybe not this dog. Maybe not a dog like this. Maybe no, not everybody needs a Dutch Shepherd from Holland imported. But any dog, man, if they can be your dog, follow you around, be your right-hand man, be glued to you, the amount of stress that dog can take away from you when you're really overwhelmed, tremendous. And while we're talking about Rocky Boy right here, his uncle was Mr. Blitz. And we had this wall built not too long ago, and Scott Allen from Ridgeside got me this headstone right here. That stone weighs like 32 pounds. It's actually a pretty big rock there to put in the wall. But it's cool, man. It's pretty neat. Surround yourself with some good people that buy you some good stuff. And when you're not messing with working dogs, you can have some Chihuahuas as little sidekicks. It's pretty cool. This here is Littles. Littles is 100% deaf and half blind. But he has a great life. He wouldn't know any difference. Here goes Miss Nala. Nala's a third-time rescue fail. Adoption fail. Say Miss Nala's been to a lot of houses, and once she came through us, we said, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay right here with the team. And then we have a dog that hates me. To this day, I don't really know why. And when I say hate, he doesn't really... No, get off my arm. He doesn't really hate. He loves me, but he loves to growl at me. To this day, I can't really figure out why. He's a funny little pup. Nala, don't be so jealous. And in the course of all that, find you a good woman who's just crazy enough to tolerate things. And she likes to dress up like a pillow and walk around like a pillow. And say what I'm talking about. If I walk around, look at Littles. He's so close to her.
Get him, Peanut.
So if I go anywhere close to her, little Peanut goes nuts.
Get him, Peanut.
It doesn't even make sense. Watch. Look, give me, shake my hand. Day one, he's been like that. And that's why nobody likes Peanut and everybody likes Littles.